Hey mama, are you a multi-passionate mom who is juggling all the things, nursing a baby, battling laundry, trying to keep it together and keep a spicy marriage, and feeling like you're feeling all of it? What's up? I'm Ashley Carroll. I'm here to hold your hand through this process because I believe when you're ready to take control of your life, beat the limiting excuses, step into your own power, you can not only survive, but you can thrive. But you're gonna have to show up for yourself. It's time for me to tough love your way through prioritization, taking self-care seriously, getting rid of excuses, reconnecting with your family, kids, and spouse, and quite honestly, learning to love the chaos because the glory is in the journey. It's in the mess. In this podcast, you will find balance for busy mamas, navigating mom guilt, time management strategies, and everything in between with no fluff and lots of fun. Let's go. Hey guys, day 5. Okay, let me take off. I'm wearing a whole bunch of ugly colors right now because I'm about to go start painting. But day 5 of the Love Languages Challenge, you guys made it. Hopefully you're doing the hard work. If you haven't, go back and listen to all the episodes and do the hard work. Today we're talking about the finish, the end game, right? Like the end result that we want from all this and some things for you to think about. I was reading some research about marriage and like why we should pour into it. Like, what does that even mean? And so I found something really interesting that I thought you guys might want to hear. And it was research done on like marriages who have succeeded and like marriages that haven't and like why that is. And they just talked to like thousands and thousands of couples and it was really cool. So the researcher said, as I scanned through the hundreds of responses I received, I began to notice an interesting trend. People who had been through divorces almost always talked about communication being the most important part of making things work. Talk frequently, talk openly, and talk about everything, even if it hurts. I've been nailing you in the head with the word of communication. And it's like this thing of like, like it's one of those things that we know it's true, but we don't see the value in it because it's not tangible. Like it's not something we can hold and like see the fruits of our labor immediately almost. And it seems like communication can almost be hindering more than it can be beneficial because it causes conflict, it causes hard conversations. Literally divorced people are saying no, like communication is the most important part of making things work. And to talk frequently, talk openly, and talk about everything, even if it hurts. And he says, but I noticed that the thing that people with happy marriages going on 20, 30, or even 40 years talked about most was respect. I touched on this the other day. I don't remember which day it was, which is mind-blowing. If you guys are here, say hey, shout out. Day challenge 5, number 5. It's good. So he says, my sense is that these people, this is the researcher, through sheer quantity of experience have learned that communication, no matter how open, transparent, and disciplined, will break down at some point. Conflicts are pretty much unavoidable and feelings will always be hurt. I know a lot of us wanted to avoid talking because we're afraid we're going to hurt our spouse's feelings. We're afraid that we'll offend them. We're afraid that we'll make them feel less than. Or maybe it opens up hard stuff for us and it's hard for us to deal with. Or we don't want to hear what they have to say because we know that it might not be the truth, right? Like, or it might be a hard truth because it's like looking at the mirror, right? It's like being told that when you thought you were nailing it, maybe you weren't, right? Maybe you weren't hitting the mark, and that's okay. None of us are. He says, but the only thing that can save you and your partner, that can cushion you both to the hard landing of human failability, because we're going to fail, we're humans, is unerring respect for one another. It's crucial that you hold each other in high esteem, believing in one another, often more than you each believe in yourselves, and trust that your partner is doing his or her best with what they've got. Without that bedrock of respect, you'll begin to doubt each other's intentions, you will judge each other's choices, and you will try to control their independence. You'll feel the need to hide things from each other in fear of criticism. And this is when the cracks begin to appear. So we talked a little bit about that, like the other day, of like, how do you talk about your spouse? Do you give them space to show up for you? Do you constantly step in when they're trying to, serve you in some way, plan a day in some way, right? Like we want all these things, but when they show up, we're like, no, that's not how you do it. Or let me do it. Let me handle it. I can just do it. Especially with kiddos, right? Because we know this is our mode, right? We have hacks, we have a system, we know how to get it done. And so a lot of the times we see our husband struggling and we're like, oh, well, I'll just step in because I can get it done. It's easier if I just get it done for him. It'll be faster instead of me having to explain it, blah, 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 blah. You're limiting them. And for them, it feels like a sign of disrespect, which is a huge no, right? Like we want more than anything to be respected. And the person that we should feel respected the most by is our spouse. Because without that, we're just anybody else in the world, right? We can be attacked by anybody else in the world, put down by anybody else in the world, but you want the person that you live with, the person that you've chosen to do life with, to be your safe haven, to be the person that you can trust and that you know is your safe space. Tony Robbins said this thing about marriage, and I'm going to change the metaphor a little bit, but he was saying marriage is kind of like a garden. Like you have a vegetable garden, you have a flower garden, whatever you want to think about it. And it's either growing or it's dying. That in and of itself is like, wow, my marriage is either growing or it's dying. Those are one of those hard truths that, like, I don't know if your friends will tell you. I don't know if you have a friend like that. Hi, my name is Ashley. I'll be your friend like that. I've gotten so much trouble because I say these things and I want people to tell me the hard truths too, because if we're not doing that for each other, then what are we doing, right? I don't need somebody to tell me like, oh, it'll be okay. No, like walk through the muddy waters with me. Like if it's not okay, make me aware because you've been there or and you've navigated through that. Tell me the truth. So you're either watering your garden, right? Like you're watering it consistently. You're making sure it gets enough sun. You're moving your indoor plants outside, or you're moving your outside plants indoors, depending on the weather, right? You're constantly taking care and cultivating and thinking about your plants and being intentional about your garden and what goes in it and what is necessary to take care of it, what's necessary for it to thrive. When the bugs get in it, like you're Googling, you're on there asking your friends, like, how do I get these things? You're taking pictures of the leaves. You're like, what does this mean? Right? Which reminds me, like, we care more about our plants, right? Like we've invested more time into our crazy plants, our indoor plants, than our marriages sometimes. So you're either watering it, you're giving it sun, you're giving it all the things that it needs, and it's growing so slowly that you don't even notice, right? Like all of a sudden you'll realize, oh my gosh, this thing is huge, or I need to trim it, or wow, like it has a bloom finally, but you've been waiting so long. Like it doesn't just do it overnight. Your garden doesn't produce vegetables overnight. You're not getting flowers immediately. It's over time. It's like slow, gradual things each and every day that you're doing in and out. And it's the same thing. It's nothing special. It's not like you hired a specialist to come in and like do your stuff, right? And maybe you do. Maybe it's so bad that you're like, oh, I can't. I need somebody to help me. Tell me professionally what I should do. And I think that in life is a good thing too, right? You guys know what I'm talking about. And I'm just talking about gardening. I'm talking about if you actually need marital help, go get it. Okay, like if you've been listening to the past 5 days and you're like, yes, we've tried all these things. Yes, we've applied all these things. Yes, I can honestly say that I've done the work. We've put in the work, both sides of us. Or maybe it's that you're consistently showing up and they're deliberately avoiding this. Then definitely ask for help. Don't just rely on this group to, find you some solution. Ask for help. We need it sometimes. We need somebody to step in and tell us and navigate and be the third party professionally. Okay, that's why there are people that do that. They're amazing resources. But for the most part, most of us, it's laziness. It's fear of the truth. It's fear of honesty. It's lack of communication. It's letting other things become the priority, like our kids' games and our time with our friends. If you are one of those people who you have all this free time, right? You have pockets of free time, but you're doing group outings. You're getting together with other couples, which is necessary. We need community. But you haven't had a date night in like, I don't know how many years. You're prioritizing something wrong. You're leaving behind the most important connection. And lacking. And then we're feeling it. We're feeling it in other areas, and we're like, what is wrong? It's because we're prioritizing the wrong things. For me, for most of us, it should be God, husband and wife, our kids, everything else. Without prioritizing you and your spouse, that is what happens to empty nesters that get divorced. You see it all the time. All of a sudden, you see, like, you'll be in a circle of people, right? And once your kids get to high school, you'll see parents start to drop off because they've held on so tight for the kids. Then the kids leave the house, then they have nothing left because they let the years go by. They neglected all the hard work, and then now all of a sudden you have nothing. They don't know how to show up anymore. For the most part, most of us, our kids are little, they're elementary school, they're toddlers, they're babies maybe. We put in the work now. When our kids leave, we're gonna be celebrating, right? We're gonna be like, yeah, heck yes, like it's our time now. Like, we've been putting in the work, we're gonna go on vacation, we're gonna go to Cancun, we're gonna make out wherever we want to. We have the house to ourselves, like it's gonna be great, right? That's something you should look forward to instead of dreading because you don't know the person that you're living with any longer. When you don't water or take care and cultivate your garden, your yard, whatever metaphor that you want to use here, then it's dying from lack of maintenance. And we feel that, like, it's hard. It's like a slow, painful death, and it's awkward and awful, and it's just hard, right? And then also when it gets too far, like there's too many weeds, we can't navigate through it. We just have to rip it all out, right? Sometimes it's a hard maintenance. Sometimes it's like, gosh, we got to get down to the soil again. We got to replant. We got to, like, all the hard work. So I want you guys to ask yourselves today, like, is my marriage growing or is it dying? Like, do you want your marriage to bear fruit in that, like, other people are benefiting from it? Your kids, your family, your coworkers, yourselves? I mean, these are tough questions. I feel like it just got heavy there. But let me know your guys' thoughts. What are you thinking so far? So many good things. You guys have been commenting in the group about doing this challenge. And there is so much. Literally, when I was thinking of what can I bring to the table for everybody? What can I share? What can we talk about? And when I dug into it, initially I was thinking like love languages, but when I dug into it, it was like more than that. And then it kept bringing up more, and it kept bringing up more. And so then I was like, this can't be it. Like this can't be it, because there's going to be so many specific things that we are going through that aren't going to be relatable for everybody. And then there's going to be things that we need to dig in deeper with each other. And then there are going to be things that we like just need to slow it down and do the slow work. Like I was talking about in the garden, like you water it every day, but like that second you don't see anything pop up, right? It's like a long, slow journey of just little things, little maintenance, little pouring into this to grow and to cultivate. And so I was like, after this, we have to do something. And so today it is officially open that you can join the Marriage Series Workshop, Transformation Workshop group coaching for 30 days. And it is going to be awesome. I'm so freaking pumped for this, you guys. Like, I don't know if you know, but I'm like so pumped. I don't know. But yeah, if you're ready to transform your marriage from the inside out, you guys have been there. Oh my gosh, have I been there? Imagine being 21, being pregnant. Like I found out I was pregnant on my 21st birthday. Yay, go me. With my boyfriend, who is now my husband. Immediately, was it like a week after I told him I was pregnant, not knowing what his responsibility, thankfully to God, he was a man that steps up and stepped into that journey and that process with me. Literally a week or two after telling him that we were pregnant, I came down with hyperemesis. If you don't know what that is, you can Google it. It's awful. I'm literally sick. It's like having food poisoning 24/7 for like 4 months straight. And some women have it the entire way through. I have it like at least halfway through, around like 20 to 30 weeks. consistently sick. You can't eat anything. Everything smells awful. You don't want anybody to touch you. Like, it's just, so imagine being a baby. You're two people not only trying to navigate this new journey, this new chapter of your relationship that requires insane communication, intimacy, like all these things. Like, you're trying to be parents now, and then now you're also sick and you can't even smell anything. Like, it was so bad, so crazy. And so then we had to learn like how to navigate life. And also we came from broken examples of what marriage looks like. And so luckily we had some mentors step into our life that were amazing. They ended up marrying us, which was such a blessing and such a beautiful like thing to our story. And so now I'm picking up all these things. Now I've had all these things and I'm like, you know, like I want to share this. We all have that. You guys have that. You have something that you've been through that you can share with another friend, whether it's, you know, going through a parent's death and how to navigate death in the family, or how to navigate homeschooling, or how to navigate, you know, a business, and showing other women how to do things like you, or even small things of like, how do you cook for your family? How do you friend well? Like, some of you guys are excellent planners at planning get-togethers and having and cultivating friendships that are amazing. So I'm here to share what I've been through and what I know, and that is by a continuation of this challenge and doing the Marriage Series Transformation Workshop with you guys, and partnering with God to help grow as a wife and experience that fruitfulness in your marriage. So it's going to be a 30-day group coaching experience, and it's going to be one time only because I'm going to turn it into a course eventually. So this first round will be live. Me and you, live. We're going to get on Zoom. We're going to talk back and forth instead of this Facebook thing where I can only talk and then I have no idea what you're saying to me or what you're thinking. And I'm going to work you through the 4 C's of marriage, which are collaboration, communication, connection, and cultivation. And you guys, I also have a bonus for you for this whole like intimacy arena of how to like really get in the bedroom, because that is not my, like, I can tell you how to get there. I can't tell you how to make it good and juicy and like everybody's happy and make you want it more. I have somebody that's going to do that. She's going to be all up in there. Okay. So it's going to be so fun. If you're tired of feeling unseen, he's tired of feeling unseen, you're tired of feeling unheard, she's tired of feeling unheard, like unappreciated, disrespected, this workshop is for you. So excited. If you're ready to do the work, like seriously, like you can't come in there and be like, I don't want to talk to him because I'm afraid I'm going to hurt his feelings. Or I just don't have time. Like, this ain't for you. Okay, like if you want to show up and deepen your marriage in a new, fun, and exciting way, because I think I'm fun. Like, I am so here for that, okay? Like, I am so here for being your cheerleader 24/7 every day for the next 30 days to be like, hey, everything that I say is out of love, but like, let's be honest. And honestly, like, a lot of it is just thinking out loud and then asking you questions of like, why do you think that is? Like, what is going on? Why haven't you done that? And then calling out the hard truths, right? Because like, we need Ashley in your life, okay? Hi, again, my name is Ashley. So we will have homework and challenges to help you implement, just similar to how we did in this workshop. Implement and stay accountable. And you will also have me, my eyes, like I said, all over your process. So I only have 10 spots because I have kids, y'all, and we just bought land. It's so exciting. I'm so pumped. This was a dream of ours to buy land. It's finally happening. It's amazing. But we are selling our house that is like 2,500 square feet, 3,500 square feet to a 900 square foot shack, okay, in this process. So I'm going to have a lot going on, and I want to make sure that I can devote extreme attention and amount of time to something so special. Like, I don't think that there's anything more intimate and vulnerable and something that should be handled so important, like, not importantly, that's not a word. Like, I don't know. I just feel very honored to be able to be like, hey, Ash, can you help me with this area of my life that is ultimately the most important area of my life? Like, I don't know. So if you pray about that and you're like, yes, like I feel called to let this girl who is constantly yelling at me into this area of my life, that is like a blessing. And I'm super honored and super grateful and super like, I'm excited to step into that with you. But I only have 10 spots. So, and we're going to get it done. Like, we're going to get in there. We're going to get it done. you can go to the Ash Carroll /marriage series. Check it out. If you want to see like what it is, what I have to say about this transformation workshop, it is there. And sign up now. It'll close on Tuesday. So you have today and then the rest of the weekend to decide if you want to continue this. And you guys, we're just going to go deeper. We're going to go deeper. We're going to go harder. We're going to like, instead of me just being like, oh, did you do the homework? Like, no, like I'm going to be checking in on you and we got to be doing this together. Like we got to be putting in the hard work to get the results. I don't want your garden to die. I don't want you to come to me later when your garden is having a forest fire and you're like, Ashley, what do I do? I'm like, I don't know. At this, like, you know, you got a California fire going on in your backyard. So think about it. If this is the right thing for you to do, the next continuation of this step, I would love to join you in that. And like I said, registration opens today and it will close on Tuesday. I'm only taking 10 of you guys. We're going to work together as a group. We're going to be honest. We're going to have honest conversations. It's going to be super fun because we're going to be able to support each other. I'm going to be in there. I like to think I'm super fun. And we're going to get it done. So that is all I have for you today. Go back and listen to the homework. If you haven't done it, work on those things, chew through those things. I'm super excited to see you in the Marriage Transformation Workshop. I am so pumped. I can't wait to see who you guys join, who you guys decide if you want to join. And I look forward to it. So make sure, again, I'll put it in the comments, theashcarroll.com /marriage series, and I will see you guys in the workshop. Hey guys, like I said, if you want to dig in deeper into your marriages and just have somebody to be your like champ in the corner, right? You're boxing. This is marriage. This is life. I'm here to like pep you up, but also be honest with you about how you're approaching your marriage, your motherhood, your mindset, those things right now that need to be navigated. And you need the hard truth, love. Like I am your girl. If you guys know me personally, we've probably been in it because you're like, a little too honest for me, Ashley. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I love you. I promise. Right? Like, but it always ends up with people saying like, oh, dang it, you were so right. Like, so I'm inviting you into this space with me. It's going to be so good. Pray about it. Pray with me. Like, is this the right option for you? I don't know. If you need actual physical, like therapeutic help and professionally, do that. Do what's right for you, but take the necessary steps so that you can have a flourishing and beautiful, connected marriage. All right. So here's your last chance to do that. Get online, get on your interwebs, get on your little phone. Go to theashcarroll.com /marriage series and sign up today because I'm closing the card on Tuesday because I know those who really are ready to take the hard leap, the big leaps, the hard work, step in. They're like, I'm in. Let's do this. I'm ready to transform my marriage. They're going to be the ones who are like right now going in, taking care of it, getting done, and like, let's do this mode. Okay. So I don't need to leave the card open that long because if that ain't you, then oh well. So it'll be closed on Tuesday by midnight. Get in or don't. Otherwise, I hope you've had a great time learning and growing and stretching through these past 5 days with me, doing these challenges. Again, if you didn't have a chance to really dive into them, go back and listen to them. Do the hard work. Do the homework. I swear it'll pay off. Get in the group, So She Grows Facebook mom community, and print off some of those sheets that I gave you so you can print off the lists of how you show love, how he shows love, and also the list of ideas to hang on your fridge for when he has a free moment to help serve you, and give him ideas in a non-confrontational, just healthy reminder kind of way that it's always there and he doesn't have to ask you. He can go and look and go do something to serve you. And then maybe he should do the same for you, right? You could do the same, print another one out and do it for each other. All right, guys, I hope you have an awesome weekend. Enjoy your day together as a family. I hope you guys use this time wisely to connect with your spouses, plan a little date night or a little snuggle sesh, and I will catch you next time.